It's amazing how ill-prepared my muscles are for this.
So here we are, looking at the Frontier. It's a good design. Always liked Jones's graphics.
Beautiful.
But
Sexy.
when you ride a board, it becomes more beautiful.
Look away right now. Every now and then I look away.
Right? Just like that song.
But this Frontier is basically the Explorer. I've ridden this board many a year. Had great times riding this. For the price point, it's very recommendable. It's sub 500. It's like $449 to $479.
Oh, very recommendable.
Yeah, and it's one of the only double enders we rode in this powder experience we've had for like literally almost the last month.
Yeah.
And I saved this board because it just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper. I wanted to ride only like the most tapered, surfy, setback, directional, like early risey, floaty, super powder boards, right? And I kept putting this board off to the side because, look, it's an all mountain board that borders on free ride. It's kind of like that, like, double ender that's not quite the same as all these boards that were sent to us this year. But we finally said, hey, let's take this out. And we got out on kind of like a day that we thought was gonna be amazing. It turned out to be kind of shitty. It was like the wind came down, the temperature rose. It just all kind of settled into this crusty, horrible mess. And when we rode this board, it was the first time we rode a double ender in about a month. So it was pretty good for a double ender. As far as powder goes, look, this is better than most all mountain boards. It's a little more directional than the Jones Mountain Twin, a lot less directional and tapered and floaty than the new flagship that has like a lot more taper than it used to.
It's like a beginner's flagship.
Yeah.
Damn it. Almost got that.
This is the Gateway Freeride board. This is like, and it could also be a gateway the other direction. If you're kind of leaning more all mountain, you start riding switch, you start liking it. This works switch.
I could not recommend the flagship to a million different people. So many people would be like, oh, what's the board that I should ride? I wouldn't tell them ride the flagship, you know. Like, that board is too aggressive. This board is a very, very, very accessible medium.
This, if you're an intermediate guy who wants to lean towards the free ride world, you're gonna be much happier on this board.
Yeah, and I want you to edit that part because God, I think that
I've got a lot of editing to do.
You ever had like a pile of like $400 to $500 worth of cash and you were just like, oh, what board should I buy? And you just like threw it up in the air?
Like, where does this green ham sandwich go?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This board might very easily appear.
Did I say green? I think I said green.
I think you said green. You're very articulate when you say words. I'm pretty sure. I think so.
Well, here's to Peter's last night here.
It's my last night.
So
it's my last
if these
review.
reviews
If
are
you
a
guys,
little slurry,
if you guys are looking at us and being like, "Fuck you guys for your
it's
slurry
not
ass
like
reviews."
Peter's going out in the morning and just putting the keys in a car.
Yeah, no.
No, this young, responsible man is getting on a bus, taking it to Portland, flying home to his lovely girlfriend, going to see some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And he's taking his
I'm
life
responsible.
back to the next normal, crazy, cool.
Yeah.
Where I'm going back to my wife and kids. Actually, I'm not going back. I'm here.
In this
already.
exact same living room,
This is it.
which I have been hanging out with these wonderful kids. His son will punch you in the nuts, so Jesus Christ.
You gotta wear a cup. Gotta wear a cup.
Daughter's as sweet as sin.
She's dolphins and rainbows.
Yeah.
Literally.
Son
What's your
just
favorite color?
punched right in the nuts.
Sweetheart,
for no
what's your
reason.
favorite color? She
no
looks
reason.
at you seriously and says rainbow.
Yeah.
But anyways, this
The
thing
Jones.
right here. The only... How do we cut this far? How do we
How do
sidetrack
we
this
reach
far?
these viewers?
How do we sidetrack this far?
If
Seriously.
you're still watching, God bless your soul.
Yes. You want me to edit that?
No, yep, definitely edit this part out. Let's just do a big old cheers.
Just a big old middle finger.
I think we're done with the reviews.
We're definitely done with the reviews. We're